Welcome to DermWire News, powered by DermWire.com.
A new company focuses on training patients for self-injection, and summer meeting season keeps heating up. Ahead on DermWire TV. Welcome to DermWire TV from the editors of Practical Dermatology and DermWire. I'm your host, Rana Jaraha. Estimates suggest that up to 84% of patients who self-inject medications with an auto-injector do so improperly, and participants in a study by the company Noble show that the vast majority of patients, 92%, would prefer to bring home a training device to practice with prior to starting self-injection. The company, based in Orlando, is focused on improving education and outcomes for self-injectors. Noble creates trainers for auto-injectors intended to increase patient confidence and improve long-term compliance. They also make trainers for syringes and respiratory devices. They say their technology is an advancement over training with an orange. The company says its auto-injectors can help patients overcome the so-called forgetting curve, which suggests that individuals forget 50% of information within 1 hour and 90% within 1 week. The summer meeting of the American Academy of Dermatology in New York City offers updates on clinical dermatology as well as key issues affecting the specialty. Several speakers talked to DermWire TV and DermTube about their presentations, including Dr. Justin Coe, Dr. Kathleen Hectorn, and Dr. Kanade Shinkai, who addressed issues related to modern practice.
Artificial intelligence as we use it today, and probably for the foreseeable future, will be a technology that allows us to do and to train machines to do very specific, discrete tasks. So these are things that we say, boy, we want to train an artificially intelligent algorithm to do something like categorize skin lesions as we did in some of our research. Or it could be something as mundane as predict what patients in my schedule are unlikely to show up. So these are the kinds of things that artificial intelligence is doing in medicine and in our lives. And it's not anywhere near the things that we envision as machines that are learning, that are being able to do what humans can do. Generally, that's not going to come to pass, in the near future, in the medium term, or even in the long term.
We know that there are approximately 80,000 episodes of violence against healthcare workers in the United States, and they think that in workplace events, 75% of all workplace violence happens in healthcare facilities. So it's really increasing. Mostly it's in emergency departments as well as in mental health care settings, but it can be anywhere. I think it's important for physicians to understand that our patients are oftentimes afraid. They may have an altered mental status, something like that because of drugs or alcohol. Perhaps they have a condition, a mental illness that's becoming, they're decompensating as a result. So it's important for us to understand our patients.
There are patients who can be challenging because they ask a lot of questions, and that of course will lead to either a very long visit or potentially the desire to escape the room. When patients are asking lots of questions, that usually can be understood by trying to understand the motivation of the patient. Is it fear? Is it lack of understanding? Is it coming from somewhere else? Usually it comes from a good place or a place of being scared, and I think dermatologists can acknowledge that fear by just saying, you have a lot of questions. I wonder if there's a lot of anxiety around this new diagnosis or about this new condition or this new treatment that we're about to start. I think in those situations, acknowledging the fear and then offering some type of support or empathy towards the patient can go a long way to really helping that patient feel heard and understood in terms of where these questions are coming from.
Full coverage of the meeting is available at practicaldermatology.com/videos. The summer meeting moves to Seattle in 2020. The Dermatology Education Foundation's Essential Resource Meeting, or DERM meeting, offers education for nurse practitioners and physician assistants each year in Las Vegas. Among the presenters were Dr. Adam Friedman and Dr. Julie Harper.
It's so much fun to lecture and to engage, but it's also fun to see your colleagues and learn from them. I mean, for example, just even today, sitting listening to April Armstrong, I always learn something new every time I hear her speak. And I can tell you, with my schedule, it's hard to find time to listen to my colleagues and learn from them. So being given that opportunity to not just teach, engage others, but to learn, I'm very thankful for that. And then, just the people in general. I mean, this is a fun group.
It's always fun to lecture when you have a responsive audience. And I do sense in a setting like this that the derm PAs that are here and the nurse practitioners really want to learn. They really want to become even better providers to their dermatology patients. And I can tell you from the podium, you sense that. You know when a message is being heard, you know when people really want to learn what it is that you have to say.
Attendees earned up to 20 hours of CME credit at the meeting. DEF regional boot camps continue through the year. That's it for this edition of DermWire TV. Get updates anytime at practicaldermatology.com/news or via your Echo device. Thanks for watching.
Thank you for listening to DermWire News.